Welcome, everyone, those who are just joining us. It's a gift to gather, and as we gather in small numbers today, we'll be gathering in large numbers in 1 month. So, convention around the corner. So, I asked in the chat where folks are calling from and how they're looking forward to a convention, um, boosting their team's momentum, building belief, et cetera, et cetera. What are the things you're looking for from convention? And we have Lorraine from Switzerland, bonjour. And then we have Ronald from Orlando, looking for new inspiration and lead by going. Love that. Isn't that the truth right there? Who you are is how you lead. So the way you show up for anything is the way you show up for everything. So getting your self-convention is definitely the first priority. Karina is excited about the Shine Through Business booth. Awesome. I love that. Selena from Arizona. Welcome. Stephanie, excited to get more business direction and learn more to share, mostly about the supplements. Love that. Okay, got friends from Bluffdale, New York. Loren, continuing one-on-one conversations. Awesome. Okay. Becky's asking for other ideas on how to build momentum from convention. Selena says, I'm excited that I'll have new members joining us at convention. That's so great. Becky says, I know that just taking people with me builds belief and momentum in their lives. That is so true. You know, convention is an incredible way to expose people to the product, the business, the culture, and just the ethos of doTERRA. And if that doesn't build belief for them, then I don't know what will. So it's going to be a great way to just get buy-in, right? Get people excited and energized to do what you do, right? To use the product and to share. That's really, if you were to boil it all down, that's what we do. Awesome. Okay. Love the comments. Tony says she's having a watch party with leaders on virtual. I love that idea. So some teams who aren't able to come, I love this idea of still coming together, still carving out that time, but turning it into a team building exercise and a team. I mean, you can still build momentum without being there in person. So that's a great idea. Awesome, awesome. Karina's excited to see Mel Robbins, as am I. She's great. Tony says I'm having an after party with locals when I get home, plus the virtual watch party. Okay, love that. I love it. Okay, well, since we're talking convention, hopefully everyone's heard of all the events around convention. So if not, here's just a quick walkthrough. On the Wednesday before, we've got an emotions training, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Then we have a business training from 2 to 8 p.m. Move with Joe is doing a 9 to 10 session. And then we dive into, the stuff in white is all of doTERRA stuff. A lot of teams are doing party nights on Friday. We're doing an open house at our home on Saturday from 2 to 8. And then we've got a tour of Temple Square. I get to listen to the Tabernacle Choir on Sunday for those who want to. So go to sharesuccess.com/convention, and all those are links. So go ahead and tune in to the events that speak to you. Love that. Okay. Tony is asking, what is the shine through booth? Um, let's see, who was talking about that? Um, so whoever, oh, Karina, you mentioned that. So if you want to speak to that, um, I'd love to hear more about that too. The shine through booth, shine through business booth. Yes, Karina, we're doing an open house on Saturday, and all are welcome. So just click on that link there if you'd like to attend that. And we'll do tours of the house for those who are interested. And it's generally just a fun hangout. We found that convention content is awesome, but oftentimes some of the most value comes from the masterminding that happens in the cracks in between, right? In those spaces where you're connecting with your team, you're going to lunch, you're just breaking down some of your ideas, processing what you've learned. So it's a great way to process everything. So that's the open house, and all are welcome. Okay, Brenda, you were raising your hand. I don't know if you wanted to ask a question or make a comment, but come on if you like.
Thank you. Yes, I do have a question. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so I qualified for Diamond Club. I'm super proud of myself, even though I wasn't planning to or tried to at all. But um I've kind of taken a new approach to, stop beating myself up about absolutely everything and just see who I can help. And so that seems to be working. So I'm a little bit nervous to go into Diamond Club because like the whole point, and I know you said, I think it was last week that you said the thing about Diamond Club is sometimes you get focused on the wrong metrics.
Mhm.
And so I mean, we're in the prep month and I would love some support, just like, I don't know, figuring out um how to prepare so that I don't end up focusing on the wrong metrics and that I do help support um, any of my team who want to grow.
I love that. Well, first of all, can we just celebrate that you made it into Diamond Club? Yay! That's so great. That's huge.
Thank you.
So a way to stretch and way to reach for it and just make it happen. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't stretch or reach for it or make it happen. I didn't even know it was happening. Corporate called me.
Oh, really? But
Yes.
but were there like enrollments or what did you have? Like what were
Yeah,
the
yeah,
what
I
was the
had enrollments. So
okay, so you did that.
I did.
You did what
I
was
did
needed.
that. Yes. Yep.
That's fantastic. Well,
And
that's
this does seem to be a bit of a pattern with me, that if I relax and just live my life and do the
mm,
thing, then, and I know I say this sometimes, and then a lot of leaders have said to me, that is not normal. And basically, don't take any advice from me because it's not normal. So there you go. But on the other hand, it is normal for me. And I would love to just not mess it up. Do you know what I mean?
well, yeah, let's leverage, right? Let's
Right.
maybe just shift the languaging around that instead
Okay.
of let's not mess that up. Let's lean into the energy of growth and success, right?
Yes, I
Let's
love that.
let's embrace the wins that this season has for me, for my team. Um, just just that subtle shift, I think, is important. Um,
Okay.
so I love your questioning. I love your line of thinking. And I would just say if you, I mean, I said this last week, but if you're focused on customers and that's all you get out of this, that's good. But let's go for great, right? Let's go for true momentum and growth that's sustainable. And so while you're out there teaching about the product, while you're out there teaching classes and enrolling, let's be watching for sparks. Okay, what do I mean by sparks? Sparks is just the smallest amount of interest in Um, who do I know that could use these products too? What's openness to hosting a class? Um, who who do you know? Could you help me reach my goals by connecting me with people that want to earn a little side income or maybe even replace their income, right? Just always be asking those questions. And it doesn't have to be pushy, it doesn't have to be salesy. It's just part of what we do. We connect. We are network marketers, and so we have to network. And so part of network is always be asking, who else can you think of that is maybe going through health struggles, maybe they're having a financial need right now. Who do you know who's feeling the crunch? Like who isn't feeling the crunch of the economy right now, right? Like it's I think it's a pretty universal thing, you know.
Yeah.
We just got our
Yeah.
power bill last month, and my jaw literally hit the ground. Like I could not believe, and I don't know if that's probably just, the air conditioning that we're and the events we've been doing, but I think everyone's feeling the crunch in some way, you know, food, prices. So just having those conversations and not like when you're doing that ask, it's not about you. Like coming to the
Right.
space of um, I'm here to serve. And I not only want to serve you, I want to serve these people in these ways. And so having that conversation opens them to like, oh, maybe I could use some side income, but um, it's not as in your face when you're saying, who do you know? Right.
Yeah.
So people will think of themselves first, but it's just a really soft way to lead into that.
So as I'm talking, even maybe with my, I mean, teammates first, I'm guessing,
Everyone.
right? Because you do this is the planning month. So you're like supposed to plan where you're going to
Hmm.
be next month. And so like I've talked to a few people, but I don't know how to I mean, we have a whole team of customers and I love them all. They are
Yeah,
so wonderful. And some of them really would love to have a business income. I have no idea how to teach them because again, we found a lot of customers who some of them grew as a business for a while. Um anyway, I think that so what you're saying is as I approach people asking them who I can serve in their network.
exactly.
Is that kind of what you're saying? Okay.
Yep. And obviously, this month it makes the most sense to be having tons of those conversations with your existing team.
Okay.
Like you said, you've got all these lovely customers. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, what perfect opportunity with the upgrades and the comp plan to say, hey, doTERRA just made a pathway to 500, totally
Yeah.
doable to anyone. Like it doesn't matter if you're brand new, doesn't matter if you're a 10, been in the customer for 10 years. Like it's literally the door is wide open. And so that's a great conversation starter. You could be making posts, you could be doing emails, you could be doing just the personal reach outs is going to be the most effective.
Okay.
Um, but that's such a great foot in the door to start to lead out with, hey, um, I'm in the empowerment business. And one of the cool ways that I'm empowering tons of people right now is helping them get to 500 bucks a month. And
Okay.
so, any success stories you have, it doesn't have to be you. It doesn't have to be someone you've helped even. It could just be someone in doTERRA that you know of that's
Yeah.
500 that wasn't before. So, um, this is a sweet spot. Um, I mean, gosh, it's probably short notice, but you could even leverage convention to say,
Yeah.
um, I still have a couple spots left. Like it doesn't even have to be a real thing. Like you could just say, I've got a couple spots left for anyone who wants to come to convention with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm looking for partners who want to build freedom, who want to knock out another bill, maybe who want to cover their power bill for the month. And that's um, that's the pitch. And the cool thing is you don't have to provide a hotel for them. You don't have to buy their ticket. You're just like, I have some spots.
Yeah, okay. We do have a number of people. I've been asking forever corporate to give us a list, and my account manager was like, I can send you a list. So we have, I think, 18 coming in person.
Oh,
And
wow.
so yeah, I'm thinking, and knowing who they are that's
Yep.
coming in person also gives me the opportunity to reach out to them differently than and then we have
Totally.
another number, I don't remember, 8 or 9 coming virtually, and just seeing if those guys can maybe put a watch party together, or if it would serve them for me to come and do some stuff for them.
Sure.
Not during convention, but like, later
Yeah.
or before. I guess before could work too.
Yeah.
So,
Get creative. I mean, there's a
okay.
million options. I just love, yeah, I love your line of thinking. Um, the fact that you're proactively getting that list of who's coming to convention, that's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm super excited for you.
Thank you. You are going to be my weekly mentor.
Okay, I'm here for it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll be cheering for you and we'll also be looking forward to seeing you and your team at convention.
Thank you so much. We'll look for you
Absolutely.
there.
Okay. Julie's asking if there's a code for the Reimagine Your Business, and I'm checking on that. I apologize. I should know that. Um, Jean says, I'm just getting beyond the financial part of the business, not making much. I've been with us here for 12 years. I'm able to come with the money to come in person. Um, oh, okay. Sounds like it's a comment. Yeah, so if there's physically no way for you to come to convention, be there online. Watch the live stream. Do the most that you can to leverage that energy, right? Of coming together with other people and watching and just feeling all the goodness that flows from convention. Um, that's just such a priceless opportunity. Okay. Yeah. So don't focus on where you're stuck. Focus on what can I do? What are the options? Um, if anything were possible, what would I do? So even if you had to stay in a 1 mile radius, imagine it's COVID. What could I do? I love how COVID forced us to get creative, and it shut some people down, but it threw the doors wide open for so many others. Okay, Joan is asking, do you think the hard copy Essential Life book will ever come back? It has a much greater impact for customers than the ebook. Um, I have heard rumors that it is coming back. So I guess that's all I can say. I don't know for sure, but I've heard that it's coming back. Um, and then I just got the code if you want to save $10 on the Reimagine Your Business training. And the code is SHARE, SHARE. Will save you $10. So maximize your savings. Uh, since we're all getting crunched by our power bills, I saw some comments that I wasn't alone on that. So yeah, use that code. Come join us. Okay, go ahead and raise your hand if you have other questions. I'm here to serve you and would love to connect. By the way, how many of you have read anything by Mel Robbins or listened to any of her podcasts? Anyone? Isn't she a gem? I just love her content. Her book, Let Them. I can't even count the number of people I've talked to who just so impactful. Um, yeah, she brings it home. Okay, Jean says, I do have a virtual ticket. This is the first time I'll miss in-person convention, and it's disappointing. Is there an outline somewhere for ideas on a watch party? Why don't we just go ahead and mastermind that for a minute? Would everyone put in the chat, what would you do if you were trying to create a virtual event with maximum impact? How would you do that? What would you do to leverage the energy and make it great? So go ahead and put that in the chat. Or if you have ideas, you can raise your hand. We can bring you online. And while people are posting those comments, I want to share a resource that I think is pretty great. I think it's focused on physical gatherings, but if you just Google doTERRA Empowered Success, or you can always access the link in the footer, Empowered Success, and then scroll down near the bottom and click on Tools Library. And then somewhere on this page, there's a convention gathering worksheet. So yeah, a lot of these are ideas for in-person, but here are the principles that that we definitely invite you to think about and focus on in your gatherings. So think about the people and think about what their needs are, who would be coming. So, you know, some of these people have babies, and that's why they're not going to convention, you know, even though there are tons of moms with babies at convention. I know it's a project. It's a lot. So just think about like, okay, if someone's bringing a baby, let's say I'm hosting the watch party in my living room. How can I baby proof the house? How can I make this easy for someone with babies? Maybe we stream it in a playroom as well. Maybe there's a separate room where it's, you know, they're more comfortable nursing or whatever. Like just think about them, think about their needs. Let the focus be on them. Another fun thing is to make, you know, to have great snacks. I know that doTERRA provides a snack box for, I think it's diamond and above leaders. It's always fun just to have something to nibble on, right? And so leverage that when you gather, make it nutritious. That's the nice thing about gathering in your home is you can have, it's much easier to do like fresh vegetables and fruits. And then think about what you want your team to walk away with, feeling. What's your vision? What's your intention? Natalie is the queen of gifts. So think about what gifts you could give to your people. Even if it's like cheap little journals, you know, you can buy them on Alibaba for $1 a piece. Like they're just cheap, but meaningful, right? And then think about how you can bring focus to the event and not distract. So, you know, if you're planning a lunch, like maybe you're going to go out to lunch together, make sure that it's not going to overlap with like the keynote speaker, you know, simple stuff like that. And then including your main leaders wherever that's possible, be sure to do that. And then let them give them space and time to do their own things. So you don't have to control every minute of the schedule. Just have open space. We found that when we plan retreats, that's actually one of the keys is having plenty of downtime. If you schedule every minute of a gathering, then it just doesn't have the same impact. It's all those side conversations that make it so powerful. All right, let's read some of the ideas here for those who are watching the recording. Okay, Brenda says Airbnb sleepover, so fun, plan food, cast convention to the TV. Love that. Okay, Ruth is asking which website that was from. So if you, let me just share again. So if you Google doTERRA Empowered Success, like I did here, and then you click on that, and then you scroll down to the bottom, click on Tools Library, and then search the page for a convention, and it's called Convention Gathering right there. So it's under the blue diamond resources, but it doesn't matter, right? Just these are great resources for everyone. So I'll post the link in the chat as well, but great little resource. Okay. Yeah, I love the comment, Becky. Where's Tiffany when you need her? She is the queen of snacks, right? She has a PhD in snackology. Okay, Brenda says we did it during COVID. It was wonderful. As the leader of the group, I met with everyone individually over the week and talked about their goals. I calculated the price to include the food. My mom came and we love to cook, so we put things together in the crock pot, made cool snacks. Others made or brought snacks to share too. It was awesome. Love that. And we also zoomed in with our upline. That's great too. Yeah, so it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be the one who's on the spotlight the whole time. Like that. Bring in other people, other voices. It could be upline or it could be crossline. Somebody was asking earlier, oh, they don't have team coming, so how do they mastermind at convention? Crossline. I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. Crossline is so powerful when you just connect with anyone and everyone, right? Just lean into being a network marketer, right? Do the networking. It doesn't matter if it's crossline. That's the beauty of doTERRA's culture is we don't care who's on whose team. We all work together. We all come together and create family wherever we go. So if you're coming to convention, don't worry if you don't know anybody who's coming. Just start talking to people. You can meet them in the stores. I think Aroma Tools is going to be there. You can meet them on the sidewalk. You can meet them at restaurants. I mean, 90% of the people that you'll see um, during that convention time will be doTERRA people. So don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Chances are a lot of them are wishing they had another friend at convention. So just take that first step. Reach out, connect. Right? 20 seconds of insane courage. Is that what they say? Maybe it's 30. I could be off of my numbers. All right. Awesome. What are the questions you have for me today? Raise your hand if you've got questions. Oh, I love it. Loren says she met Natalie, my wife, at the end of European convention when the doors closed and we were asked to get out. Love that. Okay. I'm still not sure on the recording. So I'm checking on that. Thank you for the great question. All right, Loren, if you want to come on. Let's see. Why can I not hear you?
I was muted, sorry.
Oh, bonjour. Comment ça va?
Bonjour Wendy, ça va très bien, merci. Et toi?
Très bien.
Thank you for all the precious advices here. I'd like to have your input on something special. I don't know if it's possible, but I hope it is. I really, really want to have the next rank. So it's our goal with Alan and I. And I don't know if you have special strategies to help to go to a new rank as quick as possible. I don't know if the same strategies apply and we just need to put more efforts and increase what we are already doing. Or do you have any strategies to achieve the rank we want to achieve is gold and we would
Awesome.
love to achieve it in September. So I don't know. I'd love to hear your advices on that.
Sure. So I love I love this question, and there's definitely a um, there's a method to the madness, if you will. There's a whole, are you familiar with the belief levels?
Yes.
Okay. So as Natalie and I have mentored our teams, we've noticed this pattern that each rank requires a certain area of focus or belief to not only achieve but maintain that rank. And so if you've learned about the belief levels, you know that gold is all about your team, right? Gold is about your builders. Sorry, platinum is team. Gold is builders. So it's the same idea though. It's up until gold, the focus has really been on you. How's your belief in the products, your belief in the business, and the belief in yourself, right? That's very much about you. Gold is where it starts to turn to them. How much do I believe in them? How much do am I in partnership? Many people, build to gold on their own, but to truly sustain gold, because this is when you need 3 teams with structure, right? Silver, you could easily throw, I mean, not easily, it's a lot of work, but you could throw volume into 3 legs. But with gold, now you need 3 premiers, so it's some structure, and the best way to do that is with real partners. So, and this is true, I think, of any rank advancement. The fastest way to get there is together. It's in partnership, and it's running together. And so the most valuable activity for you is sharing your vision, asking lots of questions about their vision, their goals, and their needs, and then connecting them to how doTERRA can help them achieve their goals and reach their vision. So that's part of the reason that we have the prep month. I don't know if you've looked at the launch plan and the business building guide, but there's a prep month because you really go farther if you go together. You've probably heard the African proverb, right? If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So the key there is linking arms, connecting with these potential builders, and then making a plan together so that everybody wins. So that's what I would focus on if I were in your shoes. So, and that's the beauty of this whole journey, this whole compensation plan. Inherently, if you want to hit the top ranks, you have to help others succeed. You can't just well, I guess it's possible, but I don't know how you do it. You can't just enroll yourself to Presidential Diamond. It takes partners, and so that's really the next skill that you get to focus on and develop is how can I help others succeed and be in the business of being a dream builder, a vision caster, and enrolling people into going for their dreams. So those would be my top tips. And I know that there's nothing, I say this is the strategy for going faster, but when you're dealing with helping people go for their dreams and their goals, my experience is there's nothing fast about that. Usually that's the work of a lifetime. Like it's years of pouring into relationships, showing up for them, and just being that sounding board and just a friend first. And so that there's nothing fast about that. However, when you're prospecting, when you're talking to new people, just being really clear on your goals is the most powerful thing you can do. Being really outspoken and forthright that I know who I am. I know what I'm going for, And I'd love nothing more than for you to come along and build your own dreams in the process. So that's vision casting. That's where the power is. So I think that's your true opportunity right now. Shifting from gold to from silver to gold. It's in the partnerships.
Okay, thank you so much for your precious advice.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited for you.
Yeah,
Um,
I am. I just talked when you said there's nothing fast, that I can rely on that. It's been 2 years that we are doing the Terra, and in 9 months we were silver, and still are today.
yeah,
But today I had two calls with people that I'm two friends. I am in conversation with them for 2 years, including the Terra. But just today they will enroll as wellness advocates, but it has taken 2 years of
yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
So yeah, but sometimes we want things to go quicker.
I hear you. Yep. Easy to get impatient with the process, right?
Oh yes, I am super impatient.
Yeah, it takes a special personality to keep planting the seeds, to keep weeding the garden, right? To have a vision for the fruits that are coming in these conversations. So keep
Thank you so much for your help.
absolutely keep up the great work, Loren.
Thank you, Andy.
Okay, we just had a question come through. Lori says, I was asked to do a natural bug spray class and make and take this week. I'd appreciate some ideas for things I can do to gain customers, clients, and builders in the future, as this event will be more about the garden club meeting. Love it. Well, most gardeners that I know would are pretty open to being entrepreneurs. I mean, to be in the business of gardening means you get this principle that I was just talking about, right? Of long-term, slow growth. Like the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. We have a bunch of fruit trees that we planted last year, and even though the trees are 8 and 10 feet tall, um, this will not be the year that we eat the fruit. Like they are getting beat up out there, and so it takes such a long vision to say, okay, what I do today might bear fruit in a few years. And it might not, but it might. And so gardeners are, I think, if anyone gets that, it's the gardeners. So just start those conversations. Would you be open to creating some to hosting a class like this? It might be the first question. How many of you would be open to sharing, DIY classes? I make my own weed killer. We hate all the chemical stuff. So we use this vinegar and anyways, it's all natural and it's good for the soil. So um, you could do not only the bug spray, but you could do weed killers, um, and it's a great way to start conversations. I love it. Okay, yeah, don't put people in a box. Just because this is a bug spray DIY doesn't mean I can't find builders. Okay, great question. We had another one come through. Um, okay, in terms of the recording of the business training, there are no current plans to record. So do not plan on that. Um, I think our experience is it's just such a subpar experience. And so, it can cost us anywhere from $3,000 to $8,000 to record. And then it's just a super mid experience. Okay. Lori says, oh, we did that one. Layla says, is it possible to export contacts out of the back office into my email platform? Wondering if there's a simple way to download a CSV file. Who could speak to that? I'm pretty sure there is. I thought it was through mailing labels. That's how we used to do it, but could somebody speak to that authoritatively? Because I'm just going off of years old experience. Becky says, I've had a hard time getting enrollments with make and takes. Most of them just want to make and take. So I would suggest you put together an enrollment kit with the oils they need for gardening and use that make and take as a freebie if they enroll. Love that idea. So great. Okay, Jean says use a QR code they can scan for all the ingredients you're using. Love that. Okay, Brenda. Oh, she's sharing her natural garden bug spray. Okay. And then Loren is sharing the instructions for downloading your emails. She says export, download. So first you go to your detailed genealogy, you select all columns, copy paste in Excel, and then do that with all the pages. I thought there was a way though to export the whole thing. Is that not the case anymore? They may have taken that away. It could have gotten abused maybe, I don't know. Okay, Brenda says there used to be a way to make labels, but it sounds like maybe that's gone. Okay, good to know. All right. Okay, somebody's asking for my weed killer recipe. It's basically just vinegar. Let me see if I can type this up while I'm talking. And you don't want to use your standard cooking vinegar. You need to buy a higher proof vinegar. I like stuff in the 30 to 40% range. Oh, heck. I thought I was doing a soft return. And then you use just a half a cup or so of salt. And then I usually use like a teaspoon of dish soap, like the doTERRA dish soap. That just helps your solution stick to the leaves of the weeds. So that's it. That's the recipe. And obviously the bulk of it is vinegar. So if you're doing like that, if that was a gallon of vinegar, maybe like a cup of salt and then a teaspoon of dish soap. So sorry, I don't have that all typed up and nice and pretty for you. But the thing about that high proof vinegar is it's very acidic. So you're going to want to wear gloves. You do not want to get that on your skin. It kills the weeds for a reason. It's tough stuff. And don't spray it on your grass either. It's not selective. It just kills everything. Yes. Okay, and the best thing, it works best on a very sunny day. So keep that in mind. If you do it right before rain, the rain will wash it off. If it's a super cloudy day, it'll kind of work, but to get the most benefit, do it on a really sunny day. Okay, what other questions do you have for me today? I'm loving the ideas people are posting about the DIYs, the make and takes. So great. Yeah, it's great. It does put some salt in your soil. So like, obviously if these are weeds in your driveway or sidewalk, no worries. It does increase the salt level of your soil. So, you know, if you have a way to check your soil, or if you already know that you don't want salt, then be aware of that. Okay, Stephanie is asking for the link to the emotions event on Wednesday. So if you go to sharesuccess.com/convention, all of those, that pretty calendar is clickable. And so you can just click right on the emotions training. But I've also got the link here too. So there is that. Okay. All right. Any other questions for me today? Another idea, Tony says, do a video of displays to share at parties after convention to get them excited. Love that. Oh, Brenda thinks she found the labels. Okay. So Brenda, could you check and see if the email field can be included in the label export? Because I think that's how we used to do it. You know, because you can export shipping labels as if you're going to mail something to your team. But if you could just include the email field, that would be so cool. Okay. I do have one more announcement. Many of you know or have heard of Matt and Shantae Hall. They are two rock stars who have been building with us for the last, gosh, is it 12 years now? 11 or 12 years. They are double diamonds. So that means they've built to presidential diamond plus diamond. They have the largest team in Brazil. They have the largest team in India. They've got a massive team in Japan, Australia, or Italy. They're just, they're absolute, they're incredible people. The thing I love about them is they love to do the impossible. So whatever the task is, whether it's building in a foreign market or I mean, they helped one of their leaders go diamond, I think gosh, I think they did it in 1 month using healing hands, right? Like the gal didn't care about earning money. She just wanted to do the most good. And so they saw that as an impossible task. They went for it and they did it. So Shantae has graciously offered to come and be on these calls. And so starting, I believe in September, we're still working out dates. She will be hosting some of these calls and I'll be hosting some. She's also going to be offering some product training. So I'm super excited about that. As many of you probably know, that is not my zone of genius. I focus mostly on business training here. But I'm really excited for Shantae to just come share her wealth of knowledge. She's also a certified coach. I think she worked with, I just lost her name, but she went through an incredible training so that she could offer coaching as well. And she's brilliant. She's one of the best coaches I know. So super excited for Shantae to come and just share and be another voice. I get tired of hearing my voice. I'm sure you do too. And so she'll be an awesome add-on. So I think we're going to do some calls together. Thank you. Yeah, it was Brooke Castillo that she got trained under. So we'll be doing some calls together and then we'll alternate probably months. So you're going to love Shantae. If you haven't heard her yet, I can already see some comments. Julie and Brenda love Shantae. If you haven't heard her yet, you will. You'll love her. And I think you'll really get a lot of value. And good news, Brenda did find a way to export the emails. So it looks like you go to your back office, go to Wellness Advocate Services, and then Team Contact Download, and then use your filters to organize it how you like, and then it downloads. So if you can't find it, look in your downloads because it'll download it to your computer into that downloads folder. So there you go. Thank you so much, Brenda, for going the distance and helping us figure that out. Technology is always changing and so you gotta, takes a village, right? Awesome. Any other questions today? Anything else we can serve you with? If not, thank you. Thank you for being here, for being who you are. This thing we call doTERRA is a journey of becoming. And I'm so grateful for who you are and who you're becoming. And I just invite you to focus on that, focus on the becoming. And like Brenda said, with her, you know, getting into Diamond Club without trying, let the becoming bring those fruits that you desire. Let the focus be on the activities and and the becoming will happen, the ranks will happen, the fruits will come, right? The fruit tree might not give you apples or peaches this year, but keep nourishing that soil anyways. Keep trimming off the dead branches anyways. Keep doing the dailies, the weeklies, and you'll see fruits. The harvest cannot be prevented. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.